I was 10 years old when the first film came out, and I think, like every young kid, and especially growing up in England, being a fireman or a policeman or playing cops and robbers was something that was, prevalent growing up. So there was something about the lights and the sound, and I remember it was my mum and dad who were watching the film. I saw it, and I was kind of, pardon the pun, blown away, really, by it. And it's interesting because watching it again recently, the effects and the fire and the way that Ron Howard and the team put it together, it still holds up today, 25 years later. So it's a bit of a privilege to be on board this project.
To work with that cast, to work with Ron, to work with Kurt, to work with Bob De Niro, just an unbelievable opportunity for me. So it was clearly an you've arrived moment in my career when Ron Howard cast me as Brian McCaffrey in the film, and I'm forever grateful to him and quite frankly kind of indebted to him.
My favorite scene from the original movie, from Backdraft, of course the one that resonates always is the "you go, we go" moment, because it's so heroic and so big, important moment. I was not expecting it, like, wow, is this gonna happen?
One of the moments that sticks out is when Brian makes his first, what he thinks is a save, and out comes this mannequin doll, and his mates basically rip the hell out of him, which I thought was quite funny. And then the next scene after that, when they're all sat round having lunch or whatever it is in the fire station, and it's just that kind of brotherhood that's there, that, take the mick out of each other, but you're still there for each other.
It was such a good film, there's so many things that I liked about the movie. It was good because it was a story about a family, and that's really the subtext, right? Which I'm hoping will come across also in this one.
I was in my trailer after I finished my first day's work with De Niro, and his makeup artist, she knocked on my door and said, "Bob would like to see you." He's all the way down at the other end of his trailer, and I walk up to him and he gives me a hug, and he says, "I just wanted to say that I thought our first scene together, our first day, was terrific." Are you serious? Come on, this is Robert De Niro. And he reaches into the freezer and he pulls out a frozen bottle of tequila. And he said, "I just want to, propose a toast to how great that was. And I think we have great chemistry, and I'm very much looking forward to, us working together." I got so moved because I lost my father when I was a kid. He was a Robert De Niro fan. He was a big Robert De Niro fan. But I just couldn't believe this place in my life that I had arrived to. Here I am on the set of a $50 million movie with Ron Howard and Kurt Russell and Robert De Niro. And Robert De Niro is toasting with me in his trailer at the end of the first day. But I was more overwhelmed with emotion that if my dad could only see me now. And I walked out of there just knowing that that story I just had, I would have with me for the rest of my life. It was pretty badass.